Si hata Mark Ndungu anatosha kwenda jela? Dr. Nelly Bosire. Pale Twitter anaitangwa @Starlight Bo. Semeni @Starlight Bo.
To my very, very honorable and esteemed colleagues, good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon. We are in day 51. Is there anybody who has slept hungry? Is there anybody who's been thrown out of their house? We need to tell the government, Israel did 7 months. We have a year. We have no problem. Elections will come. Elections will find us. Elections will go. We will still be on strike. Okay? By that time, I don't know which voter will be left. But we are saying one thing. I have had a lot of people keeping asking these questions. Oh, you have abandoned the Hippocratic Oath, and what have you and what have you not? When you preside over death, you have broken the first law in the Hippocratic Oath. Do no harm. The moment you agree to work in a facility that allows your patients to die because of lack of basic things, automatically you are a participant in causing death. And today 5,000 Kenyan doctors have said, look, we've had enough. We have had enough. We are not going to do this anymore, and we are going to stand here. How many of you have looked at the new board rates for charges? Believe me, if we were to all go into private practice and abide by those laws, nobody here will make less than 2 million a month. So telling me that my intern should earn 330.
Semeni 2 million a month.
So to say that an intern asking for 300,000 shillings is too much, is greedy, I think people should be embarrassed. Should be totally embarrassed. This same intern who does not sleep for 72 hours. I know I didn't. Which intern can honestly tell me that they've never done a 48-hour shift? It doesn't matter where you go, the work is the same. And then you spend 12 good years trying to become a neurosurgeon, and then somebody thinks that when you're asking for 800,000 that that's too much? This person whose brain you're opening to keep alive so you can go back to parliament and ask for a 10 million bonus. 10 million bonus. He forgets that you're the reason he still has a brain. And doesn't think that you deserve that. And there's nothing as annoying as going to school for 6 years to become a neurosurgeon than to be told something as lousy as just a faucet is not available, and therefore you cannot use your skill. How insulting is that to the 6 years you put in school? How insulting is that? There is no doctor who is wrongfully on strike. Don't tell me about the Hippocratic Oath. The only time I am bound by my Hippocratic Oath is when I'm sitting in front of a patient. Right now, I am not. So that does not apply. Let the Raia ask their governor, let them ask their minister, let them ask their president why they cannot access services. That is not in question. Doctors know what they're fighting for. It is very unfortunate that doctors are fighting for a community that does not even know what their rights are. The day they will understand, this field will not even have enough space to take care of them. We are fighting for a noble cause. We're not going down in vain. Jail or no jail, we will all walk with our colleagues to jail. And let me tell you, when the leadership is in jail, let them know there is no negotiation.
Nyinyi wengine msikasirike.
See this man? This hand is the one that will put down the signature that will send people back to work. It does not happen in jail. We don't sign things in jail. So if the government wants to negotiate in good faith, it is upon them. Remember, this is civil jail. The government is actually going to spend your taxpayers' money to have these guys in jail. But they don't have money to invest in meeting the CBA. Let me tell you one truth they are not saying. The most expensive thing has nothing to do with their salaries. It has telling them the CT scan must work. It is telling them reagents will never lack in this lab. Because the CBA gives you the mandate to stand up and walk out and say, I am not coming back to work until my work environment is conducive. Conducive means I will not do a surgery with one scrub nurse. Isn't it? So will they employ an extra 60,000 nurses? That's what the CBA is asking for, and that's the truth. Nobody is selling them. That's what they don't want. They don't want to have the attendant costs of the so-called Article 1, 2, 3, 4 that we have agreed upon. The reality is not the money. They bought a bunch of machines, spent 38 million, and those machines, billions, and they're all rusting in the stores. It means that our 120 radiologists in this country must become at least 1,200, which means they must pay for this training. That is the fear they have about the CBA. That is the one they're refusing to let Mwananchi know when trying to crucify us and make us look selfish. That is the reality. And any person who's going to the ballot box must remember, I need to know what you said about my health. The doctor has spoken. You have seen the nurses already up in arms. The clinical officers are up in arms. These are our team members. We work with them, and when they go on strike, we know the pinch they are feeling. How can a whole maternity that was designed to hold 20 patients hold 140, and you only double the number of nurses? Where a nurse is to take care of 4 patients is taking care of 13, 14, and then you can proudly say that free maternity is working? That is what the CBA is saying you must sort. That is the reality. And we are not going back. We know what we stand for is rightful. It is the correct thing, and we are not standing up for ourselves. We are standing up for our generations. I'm standing up for my parents because they cannot afford Nairobi Hospital. I am standing up for the children who are being born in this country. If you don't stand for something in this life, you have no reason to die.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Dr. Kimani, Kenyatta National